Welcome to Pure Mathematics 1 Functions and Graphs video. We first look at definitions and keywords. Definitions. A mapping is a rule that associates one item to another. An input is mapped to an output. The domain is the set of all possible inputs or objects of a mapping. The range is the set of outputs for a particular set of inputs of a mapping. Types of mappings. 1-1 mapping. In this mapping, one input is mapped to only one output. 1-many mapping. In this mapping, one input may be mapped to two or more different outputs. Many-1 mapping. In this mapping, two or more inputs may be mapped to the same output. Many-many mapping. In this mapping, one input may be mapped to two or more outputs, and two or more inputs may be mapped to a single output. Functions. In a function, there is only one output for each input. Therefore, 1-1 and many-1 mappings are functions. Mathematical mappings. The following are examples of possible domains and ranges. Sets of integers. The set of real numbers. A restricted set of values, such as the set of real numbers x for which x is greater than 0 but less than 1. Notation. The Greek letter epsilon means is an element of. The colon symbol means such that. Capital Z denotes the set of integers. Capital Q denotes the set of rational numbers. Capital R denotes the set of real numbers. Capital R with a plus symbol denotes the set of positive real numbers. The mapping process. When x is mapped to 3x plus 1, this can be represented as shown in the diagram. Our input is x. Our input x is multiplied by 3, and then 1 is added to give the output y. For example, when x is 2, 2 is multiplied by 3 and then added 1 to give 7. This is usually represented in form of a function. F of x equals 3x plus 1. Another way of showing this in a diagram is to show the input x into the function f of x to give the output y as shown. A typical question you might be given in the exam is to evaluate a function at a particular value. For example, f of x equals 2x squared plus 3x plus 2. Evaluate f of x when x equals minus 2. I recommend you present your answers as shown. Start by writing f of minus 2 by replacing x for the value minus 2 in the function as shown, surrounded with brackets, which means you will write down f open brackets minus 2 close brackets equals 2 open brackets minus 2 close brackets squared plus 3 open brackets minus 2 close brackets plus 2, and then you evaluate each term in turn to get the first term will give us 8, the second term minus 6, the third term 2, and then the answer 4. And then you write your final answer as f of minus 2 equals 4. In this way, when you come to check your answers, you can check the method at every stage in case of errors. Examples of mappings. When x is mapped to 3x plus 2, where x belongs to the set of rational numbers, this is a 1-1 mapping because for each input there is only one value of the output. The range of this mapping is y belongs to the set of rational numbers, and this is a function because there is only one output for each input. Next we have when x is mapped to x squared add 2, where x is an element of real numbers. This is a many-one mapping. For example, if you input minus 2 and 2, the output is 6. The output y is an element of real numbers such that y is greater than or equal to 2. This mapping has one output for each input. Therefore, it is also a function. Next, x is mapped to plus or minus square root of x, where x belongs to the set of integers. This is a one-many mapping. Not all outputs are integers, but all outputs are real numbers, such that y squared belongs to the set of integers. Finally, x is mapped to plus or minus square root of x squared plus 1. This is a many mapping. The input 1 gives an output of minus the square root of 2 and plus the square root of 2. Input of minus 1 also gives an output of minus root 2 and plus root 2. Thank you very much for your attention.